Hello there. Welcome to our detailed discussion on the cinematic journey of Rachel Zegler, the rising starlet who has been making waves in Hollywood. As we approach the pivotal month of November, Rachel is once again in the limelight. November marks a crucial period in her career, a time of potential transition and growth. This month is particularly significant for her as Lionsgate, the renowned entertainment company, is set to unveil its latest project, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songs and Snakes. The much-anticipated film features none other than Rachel Zegler herself in a leading role. This release, however, carries with it a heavy burden of expectation and speculation. The stakes are high, as it could potentially be the third box office disappointment in a row for the bright-eyed actress, following in the footsteps of her previous films West Side Story and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Both of these films, despite their promising premises and talented casts, underperformed at the box office, raising concerns about Zegler's future in the industry. Adding to these concerns is the forecast for Disney's upcoming project, Snow White, in which Zegler is cast in the titular role. The production of this film is fraught with challenges and setbacks, and it's projected to be delayed significantly. If this trend of underwhelming performances and delays continues, it could potentially lead to all four of Zegler's major projects, including Snow White, being deemed failures by the end of 2025. The young actress's off-screen activities have not gone unnoticed either. Rachel's outspoken nature and controversial remarks have frequently made the headlines. She's known for not shying away from expressing her opinions, even on contentious issues, and her statements have often stirred up their fair share of debates. One such controversy surrounds her comments on Snow White, where she suggested a different approach to Andrew Knapp's character and critiqued the portrayal of the prince as a stalker in the 1937 animated film. These remarks have given her a reputation for being bold and controversial, adding to the growing list of comments that have made headlines. In the midst of this whirlwind of speculation and criticism, it's important to take a closer look at Rachel's perspective on what's happening behind the scenes of her current project, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songs and Snakes. There's a palpable tension around the film's box office projections, largely due to the backlash against Zegler stemming from her other roles. Rachel's portrayal of Snow White and Anthea in Shazam has been met with a mixed response, further adding to the pressure she faces. In of these challenges, it's noteworthy that several studios have severed ties with Zegler, particularly following the Snow White controversy. Yet amidst all this, those involved with the Hunger Games film are making concerted efforts to manage the situation. Francis Lawrence, the acclaimed director known for his work on previous Hunger Games films, has offered his perspective. He emphasized the importance of maintaining strong relationships with the actors and talents, particularly Rachel Zegler, who he describes as an absolute delight to work with. The film's team is acutely aware of the extensive criticism directed at Zegler, as well as the projections of a box office disappointment for The Hunger Games. This awareness of external opinions, both positive and negative, is not unusual in the film industry. In fact, it is a critical aspect of film production, as maintaining a positive and supportive working relationship with the cast is key to a film's success. This awareness of external opinions, both positive and negative, is not unusual in the film industry, as maintaining a working relationship with the cast is essential. One primary issue, as observed by Francis Lawrence, is the relentless trade publications and websites projecting the film's failure and their tendency to attribute it to Rachel Zegler's presence. This has frustrated Zegler, who has invested significant effort and talent into her role, both as an actress and a singer. In Francis Lawrence's view, Zegler is one of the best singers he has worked with in his career, which only adds to the puzzlement surrounding the backlash against her. However, from a director's standpoint, it's essential to address Rachel Zegler's concerns and provide reassurance. Rachel Zegler feels shortchanged, believing that she deserves recognition for her hard work. The role she has portrayed and the effort she has invested in her acting career deserve more appreciation. As Francis Lawrence suggests, it is indeed unprofessional for certain sites and trades to predict a film's failure so early in the game simply because of the presence of a specific actress. The public's behavior in this regard is being questioned. While Francis Lawrence expresses hope for the success of the film, he acknowledges that Rachel Zegler is having a difficult time dealing with the critics and the public's skepticism. Rachel Zegler is disheartened by the public's rejection of the film due to her previous roles. She is yearning for recognition and appreciation, which the team believes she rightfully deserves. With the film set to release on November 17th, It's expected to create a buzz and generate different reactions, given its unique nature and setting in a different time frame. Directors and creators like Francis Lawrence seem to play an important role in defending and supporting Rachel Zegler in the face of backlash. This trend is not unique, as we've seen other directors and writers stand up for her, mirroring what has happened with various figures in the entertainment industry who are either afraid of the truth or are genuinely invested in overselling the movie. The involvement of Jennifer Lawrence in mentoring Rachel Zegler adds a unique layer to the story. Jennifer Lawrence, being a seasoned actress, has played a role in guiding Zegler on set, sharing insights and helping her portray her character more effectively. This mentorship has created a strong bond between the two actresses. Conclusion: The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songs and Snakes faces a myriad of challenges, not only related to Rachel Zegler but also concerning the different direction of the film and the absence of familiar faces from previous entries in the franchise. Francis Lawrence and the team involved in the project are aiming for its success while addressing Zegler's concerns. The narrative around Rachel Zegler continues to evolve, with directors and creators standing up for her and navigating a complex landscape of perception and reality. We'd love to hear your perspective on this matter, so feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, but we are not done yet. Let's talk more about the other Disney problem. The script section provided does not contain any instances of pause. Therefore, no modifications are necessary. Behind the scenes, a brewing storm between Disney, Lucasfilm, Comedy Central and Paramount Global, the parent company of both Comedy Central and South Park Studios, has been gaining intensity. Kathleen Kennedy's earlier comments and the implications she made have not gone unnoticed, creating a stir in the entertainment industry. Recently, Kathleen Kennedy's actions have gained substantial attention, and they reveal the depth of the ongoing tensions between Lucasfilm and Comedy Central, creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and their iconic show, South Park. South Park's unique parody not only poked fun at Bob Iger but also took on Kathleen Kennedy, presenting them in a satirical light. To address this, Kennedy is already making moves, mirroring Disney's earlier actions and arranging a meeting with Comedy Central. The aim is clear: to request that the leaders of the company refrain from ridiculing her portrayal as the president of Lucasfilm and as a valuable producer of Star Wars material. As tensions mount, Lucasfilm's leadership team, including Kathleen Kennedy, Vice President Lewin Brennan, and Executive Vice President Carrie Beck, are planning to hold a remote meeting with Comedy Central heads. The significant dip in Disney Plus subscribers is being linked to South Park's influence. In an effort to remedy the situation, the discussion includes executives from Disney, such as Bob Iger, joining forces with Lucasfilm to meet with Comedy Central. The intent is to reason with them and request that South Park tone down its mockery of Kennedy and Disney's failures. It's essential to understand the context. Kathleen Kennedy's responses to South Park, Comedy Central, and Paramount Global are driven by more than just the recent parody. She seems to be doubling down on their approach with the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion (DEI) agenda for Star Wars, which stands for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. This has sparked significant controversy, as many believe it to be hypocritical and fundamentally flawed. It's noteworthy that Kathleen Kennedy does not take criticism lightly. She's been quick to attribute the disappointing performance of Indiana Jones 5: The Dial of Destiny to those who resist the idea of women playing lead roles, a stance that is deemed to be far from accurate by many fans. The audience's concern centers around well-written characters rather than gender considerations. Kathleen Kennedy's defensive stance against Comedy Central and South Park Studios may not be as effective as she hopes. Comedy Central creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone show no signs of relenting in their depiction of Kennedy as a parody character. The ongoing portrayal is set to continue throughout 2023 and beyond, as they keep poking fun at Disney's shortcomings. Kennedy's efforts are even extending into legal considerations as she seeks ways to address Comedy Central's actions. The entire leadership team at Lucasfilm is wrestling with how to hold Comedy Central responsible for the decrease in Disney Plus subscribers. They are determined to find legal ground to establish that Comedy Central is at fault. Kathleen Kennedy is preparing to make a more direct statement against South Park and Comedy Central at the end of November. This will coincide with the promotion of Skeleton Crew, another Star Wars show that has been delayed until 2024. The reveal of such new Star Wars content is met with skepticism from fans who feel that the value of the franchise has been compromised. In conclusion, Kathleen Kennedy's ongoing conflict with South Park, Comedy Central, and Paramount Global is reflective of a larger narrative. The friction arises from different perspectives on the direction of Star Wars and its future. While Kennedy is attempting to address the situation, it remains to be seen whether her efforts will bear fruit. Free to share your thoughts on this matter, as your perspective is highly valued. If you found this content engaging, we appreciate your support with a thumbs up. We'll continue to provide updates on the evolving landscape of the entertainment industry, so stay tuned.